Hello, magical souls. Happy Monday. I felt like hopping on, having a chit chat with you a little earlier than usual. I tend to do live streams a bit later in the day, but I don't know, it was Monday afternoon and I've got a little bit of a pocket of time before my next thing. So I thought I'd jump on here and have a chit chat with you and to connect you back in. So there's some powerful messages that are wanting to come through. I can feel them. I'm in my open channel right now, and I was having a chat with my guides, and around all things energy expansion. And what I wanted to talk to you about today came off the back of me having the most expansive session with my guides yesterday, because I was feeling this kind of energy, and I know a lot of you will resonate with this. Like, you're good with where you are, right? It's not that we're not happy with the current present circumstances, although we want to improve and change them, but I knew there was more, and it was like I was getting this stuck, restless feeling, right, that I recognize. I always know when that feeling comes in, and I know it's that energy of, okay, it's time for the next level. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, is like there's always another level, another expansion for you to step into. And I think it's worth reminding ourselves of this, because there's always more. And it brings up a lot when we look at that, because sometimes we think that even if we've got it good, can there be more? Can we ask for more? Can we expand in other areas? And absolutely, yes, we can. And also, if you're stuck and stagnant and you don't like where you are, there is absolutely more here for you. And that is not a permanent place to be, right? So yesterday I kind of woke up, it was Sunday, and I was just feeling really like eager to just get into what is this. So I went into channel, as I always do every day, but this time I've done this before. I've recorded my own guidance, which sounds a bit bizarre, but as a channel, like, I'm not listening to myself talk back, I'm listening to my beautiful guides, right? So I hit record, and I ended up doing this like whole hour session on, and I had all these questions. So I was like, right, I was rolled my sleeves up. I was like, okay, I'm ready for this now. Please guide me on, like, what does it look like? What is my next expansion? What is here for me? And tapping into my soul, my higher self. And anyway, I swear I had the most amazing expansive session yesterday, and it was just the most amazing energy, and we just got clarity and guidance, and I've just got this like other, like, how would I describe it? It's like being on the path that I was, but on a higher level. So like, I'm very locked into that. I'm aligned with that. It feels very expansive. So I wanted to share this and kind of pour this out as well, and share it with you whenever this lands on you, whether you're watching the replay like today, or a year from now, whenever I've recorded this stream, to remind you that you are the same. You, like, again, wherever you are, whether you're dissatisfied with the struggle right now, there's more for you. There is more for you. Even if you're kind of like mediocre and you think that you could maybe expand it, absolutely there's more for you. And this includes if you are really, really happy and really strong in an area, there's still more for you. And when I say that, what also we want to convey is this isn't about being dissatisfied in the present moment. So we just want to get that in terms of, it isn't about seeking more, from the head, looking outside of you, never being satisfied, because that's a very different energy. So what we're being guided towards is to be, connected into the now moment, connected into the present, because that feels good, right? We want to like where we are, even if we don't like the way that it's happening. God, I am like an expert on that. So many times I've been in situations where I do not like this reality, I do not like what's playing out, but I accept that I'm in this, I'm learning, I'm growing, and this is not my permanent space, right? So we want to be able to understand and really enjoy the present moment, but that doesn't mean that there isn't more for you. So this is a kind of they want to kind of lovingly shake you up today as we begin the week, to tell you that there's so much more here for you. You came in with this very expansive vision for yourself, and what happens when you come onto the earth plane, is that you anchor into the earth frequencies. And as you know, the vibrations here are heavy, the frequencies are heavy, there is a thickness in the air, so to speak, and you are tapping into this collective heaviness. And the world itself, the societies and the structures are designed to keep you small, to keep you disempowered, and to keep you in your box, so to speak. So we are reminding you, as my guides, reminding you that you came in with very expansive plans and visions. And some of these you are aware of, some of you are tapped into these, and some of you are not, because some of you are still trying to hold them over here as if they are not real. Perhaps you are trying to shrink yourselves down and diminish what you really are here for and the energies that are inside of you. Many of you are so much more expansive than you are allowing yourselves to see in current times, and this is okay, but we want to share with you and show you that there is so much more. For every situation you're in, wanted and unwanted, there is another higher level that you can be traveling down. You have multiple timelines. You have so many trajectories in front of you. There are so many possibilities and avenues that you could step into that are available for you. The more you connect with yourself, the more you'll be able to tap into these more easily. You'll start to trust them more, but know that there are so many, the thing they really want to, is coming in really, really thick and fast. It's like to get into this knowing and truth, like break out of, okay, we want to break you out of linear, break out of this linear thing that we've got going on. A lot of you have this, where you're on this track and you think this is your life, this is your reality, this is your circumstances. They're showing you this is very narrow. And this is nothing to do with the expansive nature of who you are. You are hugely expansive. There is so much energy that comes into this body through your soul. We want to remind you very powerfully today, because it's needed, that your soul is an accumulation of all the gifts and talents and experiences and accumulated wisdom from every single one of your past incarnations. Many of these incarnations were on this earth plane. Many of them were outside of this star system. Many of you are multidimensional in nature, and you are stepping into this. You're all multidimensional in nature, but many of you are aware of this. More and more, you're stepping into it. This means that you are operating on multiple timelines. And so, okay, they want to go expansive with you for a moment in this session. Okay, let's go. I'll just take a sip. Hold on, to take a pause, because they want to really flow it through to you. Okay, so they want to remind you that as you are on this timeline, this is only one part of your soul expression. You also have a higher self that has, think of it as, they're saying it's as you are on the earth plane, you can grasp this from your physical shoes, whereas they can understand this from outside of time and space. And so they're going to explain it in a way that makes more physical, concrete sense, but it is more of a symbolic explanation so that we can understand it. Okay, so imagining that you are on your timeline, you have a higher self, which is the higher consciousness version of you that's connected into this current lifetime. And so your higher self has already walked on imagine another, you're on this track in this current lifetime. Imagine that there's another track here connected with your higher self. Your higher self has already gone ahead and created this. All of this is happening all at once, but we'll use current and future so that it makes sense for the human mind. Your higher self has already created and brought into your auric fields, your quantum fields, those things you desire. So those things that you see for yourself and feel for yourself, the life, the creativity, the business, the wealth, the relationships, the health, whatever it is for you that you're here to create, your higher self has already brought it in and done the creation. So this is why you get the impulses, and this is why you get the desires, because it doesn't come from your mind. We remind you that not everybody has the desires and impulses that you have. So you get these because they're part of your quantum fields. It has already been created in your quantum field. Okay, they're using the example for me to share with you. When I wrote my book last year, I had already, because I was procrastinating and questioning and like, do I have it in me? Am I a writer? All this stuff, right? And I was reminded at the time that it was the book my book, Above and Beyond, had already been created by my higher self in my quantum field. It already is existing, which is why I had the impulse and the desire to write a book and bring it in. All we're doing then, they're reminding us, is we're bringing in from our quantum fields what has already been created. We're pulling it into our reality and to our timeline now. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Okay, but really that's all we're doing. We are pulling in what we've already created. So when we come from that place, we can allow these beliefs to fall away, right? Some of them we're going to need to work through. Yeah, and some are saying some of you have got, some of us have got deeply ingrained beliefs that we need to shift and practice and work through those. But a lot of our beliefs, when we come from this angle, we can release them. We can release, because we are understanding that we are multidimensional, and we are simply pulling in what's already ours, claiming what's already ours and bringing it into the physical reality. So this is why it already exists. And so there are always further levels for us to step into, because we can't do this all at once, and we're doing it in stages. When we feel aligned with it, when we feel the calls, when we feel this restlessness. Now, this is when it can feel uncomfortable, right? So we talk about expansion. I talk about expansion a lot, and getting into the magical vibes and uplifting and elevating and up-leveling, all beautiful. But before that, there comes this, uncomfortable, restless feeling, because we want to kind of pull this old skin off that we've outgrown, but we don't quite know what we're stepping into, right? So just know that this is part of the journey, but the message really is for you to know that there is always more for you. So whether you're really miserable, struggling with where you are, or whether you're like mediocre and it could be better, or whether you're delighted in whatever it is that you're creating right now, there is always more for you to step into if you want to choose it. And they want to let you know that it's available for you. And imagining yourself from where you are, instead of this one linear track that you're on, imagining lots of tracks coming from you right now, 360 degrees all around you, almost like in a circle if you were to represent it. And imagining there's multiple trajectories all around you. We have so much choice. We have so much available energy. We have so much, there's so many levels to expand into. We are limitless. We are limitless. This is beyond the quotes on the internet. This is real energy. We are limitless. And you already know this, because this is why you desire more. This is why you have this, we have this like restless, unsettled, frustrated feeling sometimes when it's, life isn't the way that we want it. And what does the world teach us? Oh, you should just be grateful for what you have. It's very clever, isn't it? Like the New Age movement that's been infiltrated tells us, oh, you should just be grateful for everything that you have, and, be grateful. Gratitude is very powerful, but not when it's used to diminish your desires and needs, not when it's used to hold you back and keep you still and keep you locked in. I did that for many years. I used to say, well, at least I'm not in a war-torn country. At least bombs aren't going off around me. I'm really lucky, actually. Who am I to complain about, my debilitating ill health or my heart relationships or anything that I was struggling with? Who am I? And I was looking at the silver lining, which is a really wonderful trait, and I still do that, but there's an empowered way to do it. The disempowered way teaches us to just be grateful. Don't be so, wanting more. You're lucky that you have food on the table. And if you've got, there's a quote that flies around, if you've got food on the table and a roof over your head and shelter, then you are a rich, abundant person. Okay, there's some truth in that, but the distortion in there is the underlying energy that is feeding you this idea that you really shouldn't ask for more, and you should be grateful for what you've got. Well, this is what I feel, and this is what I get guided all the time, is we can be grateful for what we have. Yes, like I'm grateful for the food and the shelter and the warmth and the love and all of the things that we need to survive. I'm grateful for those. And let's put a big and in the middle. And I am here for the next level. I am here to elevate into my higher self, into the next version of me that's calling. I'm here for expansion, for magic, to create things. So let's do both. Let's put a nice big and in the middle. We're going to beam it through to you right now. So I want you to take this and, this word and, imagine I'm giving it to you. You're taking it. And you can put it in the middle of your world right now. And you're grateful, you appreciate the things, you understand you're learning and growing in the middle of this stuff you're going through and you're creating right now. You understand that. You know that you're here for lessons and growth and all that. And you also know that there's more for you, that you do not need to settle, and that there is more expansiveness, there are more levels for you. You haven't even begun yet. No matter what stage you're at, they want to remind you that whatever level of success you've reached, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You've only just begun. There is so much more for you. If you're happy, you could be levels above that, because sometimes we have a glass ceiling that says we're only allowed a certain level of happiness or fulfillment or creativity or magic or success, but we can start to expand more and more and more and more and more. All right. And we learn how to hold that light. We learn how to anchor that into our bodies where it's integrated and solid and it's very real, not the kind that like we feel expansive and then we shift back down, right? Or we expand for 5 minutes and then we kind of go back in. We're talking real deal expansiveness. So know that there's so much more. So that's the message that we wanted to kickstart this week off with for you. Yeah, and let me know, drop a comment below, let me know how you feel from this. Take the and put it into your world and let me know how this resonates with you. Anything that comes up, I'd love to hear. Pop a comment below anytime. And for those of you who do feel called to really step into, this won't be for everyone, but for those of you who really do feel like there is a next level expansion and I'm really wanting to step into it and you want some guidance, because you can do parts of this on your own, but there is a time sometimes when we really just want to get in there and expand on a greater level, greater scale. So I just invite you into my life/business expansion package, where literally this is what we're going to do. And it's a different way. It's not like a long-term commitment, which I do have those options as well. So message me if you want to learn about that. But this one is 4 weeks and kind of a follow-up after a couple of weeks. It's 4 weeks, very powerful. And it's a very structured way, this one. So usually when I work with someone, it's very tailored and we go all in different ways and work in different ways. This one is a very sort of structured 4-week process package where it's going to get you such clarity. I love doing this because it's so exciting. So we're going to channel, we're going to create, we're going to get real major clarity around your next version, things that you will not have known about yet. Maybe you can't see them from where you are standing, but the benefits of my guides of my team will be able to see it straight away. You'll get that feeling I got yesterday where I was like, holy crap, this is incredible, and I'm so here for it. So we're going to get clarity for you with your next expansion, your next version of you, whatever it is in your life or business or both maybe. We're going to look in that. We're going to get the action steps going, the practical steps. We'll also do the mindset, the energy pieces. We'll clear any beliefs, any energetic patterns that are coming in. We're going to get you very integrated. So this is very, if any of you know from having connected with me, it's very cellular deep work. So we go into the energetics, the cellular integration. So what that means is you make the shifts, but you embody them. You don't just, it doesn't like wear off, right? You get hyped up and it wears off after a day or a week or a month. So this is full body integration, cellular level, mindset shifts as well. Any of the stuff that gets in your way, we're going to troubleshoot it, clear it as we go, and also get you major clarity, crystal clear knowing of what you're doing and how you're doing it. And we're also going to do the action. So I'm very grounded and practical. So are my guides. So we're going to do the action pieces as well. So it's a whole kind of on all levels, but it's very condensed into this very potent package, 4 weeks. So check that out. I'll leave the link wherever you can see in the description. And just for those of you who are watching in real time, there is a beautiful special offer for the month of February. So it expires, as a whole saving on this package. So it expires 28th of February, which is tomorrow. That's come around quickly. So that expires tomorrow. But if you're watching after this, you can still check the link because the package is still there. And it's one of my core offerings because it's a very powerful way to work. So your next level shift, expansion, there's always more. There's always more. So allow yourself to step into it. Really give yourself that green light and just take off this restriction of there being one trajectory. Oh my goodness, we are multi-dimensional. We work on many different timelines, right? This is going to become more mainstream over the years. For some of you it already is, but for those of you who are a little bit like, what is she talking about? But you're still here listening, know that this is more normal than we've been taught to believe. And so we are all now stepping into this truth about who we are and how we work really, and how the universal laws work in ways we were deliberately kept away from. So this is all going to become a lot more mainstream over our lifetime and beyond. So yeah, there's a lot that we're stepping into right now. All right, so that is it. That is me today. I send you so much love. And if you have any questions and if you want to reach out to me, you can always message me in my inbox, through my website, wherever we're connected. All right, so I send you lots of love. Remember how magical you are. You are here for many magical things. And it is time for you to give yourself permission to step into whatever the next version of you, because there's another version calling you, right? And it's unlimited. Okay, lots of love, and I'll talk to you soon.